Part of the challenge in learning calculus is that the algebra is so complex, and so I'm going to take some time to review some rules of exponents that are going to be very important in this course. So first of all, what is the meaning of an exponent? Exponents count factors. And so 7 cubed means 3 factors of 7. 7 cubed is a number with 3 factors of 7. We're multiplying that by one more factor of 7. How many factors are there total? This is 4 factors of 7. How did I get that? Well, we started with our initial 3, and then there's one more. So 3 and one more was achieved by 3 and one more. So the rule here is, let's do it like this. When we're multiplying exponents that have the same base, this number is called the base. We are going to add up the number of factors. Okay, so I've got 6 factors of 5 in the numerator. On the bottom, I have 2 more. So those cancel and those cancel. I'm left with 4. What does it mean to be left with 4? Well, I started with 6 and I took away 2. I took away 2, right? So this rule is we're going to subtract because we took those factors away. Now, let's make a definition for a negative exponent. A negative exponent is a positive exponent in the denominator. So we've got 5 to the 6th times 1 over 5 squared. So this problem becomes the same as the one before. So we have 5 to the 6th minus 2, 5 to the 4th. But we can apply our first rule and say that x to the a divided by x to the b is the same as x to the a times x to the negative b. So now I'm just going to add a plus negative b. So that's just becomes subtraction. Now if we have this power of a power, well, this number has 3 factors of 8 squared. 1, 2, 3. 8 squared, 8 squared, 8 squared. And each of these is 2 factors of 8. So what I'm looking at is 3 groups of 2 factors of 8. So 3 groups of 2. Oh, that's 3 groups of 2. I multiply. So for a power of a power, we multiply. Let me just add some space here. Yeah, so the rule here is power of a power, we're going to multiply. I kind of imagine this arrow right here. We're multiplying there. Okay, another thing here. The square root symbol means the second root. It's so common that we just don't write the 2. And what that means is the 1/2 power. And so in general, we can have some number here. This means the same thing as this. An important rule. So if we wanted to rewrite this, we would have x cubed, and then that square root is the same thing as the 1/2 power. Now I can use my power of a power rule, and I've got x to the 3 times 1/2, which is x to the 3/2 power. So let's kind of put it all together with this last example here. So this first one I'm going to rewrite as x to the 1/2 multiplying by x cubed. Now I've got 2. Well, maybe we'll just leave that. Now let's work with this. So this is x to the 3 plus 1/2. 3 is how many halves? That's 6. So now I've got 7 halves. X to the 7 halves times 2 divided by x to the 5th. So I'm left with 2 times x to the 7 halves minus this number, because that's on the bottom there. We have to become increasingly fluent with fractions. So anything that doesn't have a fraction, we can consider it as a fraction. And now that I'm multiplying, these two numerators get multiplied, and then the denominators get multiplied. So we have 2x to the 7 halves minus 5. 5 is 10 halves, so I've got 7 minus 10 halves. This number is negative 3 halves. So at the end of the day, we have 2x to the negative 3 halves, which is a perfectly acceptable response. We could also write it as, well, let's just leave it like that. Great job, everybody. This is your exponents review.